Let's take a close look at what's happening right here and see why we took this sell right here at the supply zone. Let's zoom in and see what actually happened before we were able to take that trade. And when we take a very close look, zoom in completely, we can see clearly now that it's clear that the market was hitting that supply zone a couple of times. I can see clearly one, two, three, and I think yeah, that's the third touch. A couple of close getting to that zone, but it wasn't able to hit it well. So this is it. And on the last update, we talk about that. About that zone, we're looking for a sell there. That if any good rejection, that we will sell according to our indicators, and our confirmation is met, we will sell. So we're seeing the first one very close, and it's a swing a little bit high down there, and start descending, and it was a quick spike up as well. Okay, and we start seeing the sell down, and we quickly jump in. We didn't wait too much for these things to go by us. So we look at our slate at the bottom, and it started selling, getting into the red, and it's from the supply zone. So that is it. At the top, the same thing happening here, and we have our candle confirming the market actually is about to sell, and you can see it has a good body of a sell. So we jump in quickly, and we want this trade to be a win. So 1 is to 1.5. It's 5 minute trading scalping strategy. So we catch our 1 is to 1.5 on that real quick, and the market goes on range, and we wait to see what happens again. And we see that the market struggle to push it up to continue the uptrend. BTC is on uptrend right now, and he struggle a little bit to go up. And what do? We dive in quickly. We see a good body slow right here, and already our oscillator is at the bottom, which doesn't confirm according to our strategy, but it's still enter a little bit of the green zone and now entering the red. So with that little confirmation, we gotta predict this market that the market is about to sell. And something crazy happened. The market actually sell like crazy. That went on very well. That's a good result. Anyway, we have a good day that time. And our third trade, this thing are taking a little bit of, let's check how long is the interval between these things, taking us to have a trade. And I can see almost 3 hours. I would say on an average, we're taking like 4 hours to get a good trade. So we jump in another trade again because of these crazy sell here. I think there will be a couple of good peeps down there. I don't know about that, but that's not really important. So that was a good sell. So we're looking for a sell there, and the market actually was doing something. If you take a close look at it again, you can see that the market actually rejecting. It has been hitting that level. It's actually a demand zone that you can see right here, previous video, and it's a demand zone. So market is hitting that same level. It quickly start going up. But we're looking for selling it because we believe this thing will let the market go a little bit, push down a little bit more than the uptrend that we are on right now. But we were a little bit wrong on that prediction. So we quickly dive in and trade, and the trade didn't go well at all. But that's what it is. We're gonna have some losses some time anyway. But that's balance the trade anyway. We make 2 win and 1 loss. We back with a little profit. And we see another thing again. The market is hitting the same demand zone again. So we wait to see that the market actually done that. And you can see this huge bullish candlestick confirming that the market is about to get bullish. So we jump in with 1 next to 1.5, and that went on very well. It was a very quick trade. I think the thing was less than 30 minutes, about 20 or 50 minutes. We were in profit. And the market did something here very well. Again, it's still hitting the supply zone again, and we see a rejection here and a close rejection here on a small time frame like this. This is clearly a double bottom, and we see that we just wait to see that. And it was a good candle. You can see that the sell on this candle alone, the a week of the candle, almost more than 50%, and that gives us the first basic how do I say it? A basic confirmation that the market is about to sell, and the following one sells very well. You can see it has a little more body, give more confirmation. So we dive into that trade, and it took a little, almost an hour, and we were in a successful trade, and everything was met. Remember, those later at the bottom. This we just trying to make this strategy more robust than a manual trading. That's the dream or the future of this style. Anyway, let's take a look at what's happening after that. And we have this rejection that supply zone and the market actually hitting the previous demand zone, which was right here, and now it's staying to the supply zone very well. And now the market is rejecting that again. We wait to see the good confirmation that it was right here on this candle. I'll say that's still at the bottom, but we predict this market. We take a little more risk that the market sometimes push down, down, down more before turning to the other side. So we take that through as well. And it went very well. You can see it was a successful trade right there. And we wait for a while. It took a little while, like 4 or 5 hours later, we find another trade again that all the confirmations were met. We didn't break any of the law. We're not actually breaking the rules yet, but what we're trying to do is that the market change completely at this supply level, and in now picking another one, and we got to be very smart on that. Sometimes it can be risky, but you just need to have a close uh, stop loss. Like in case of anything that doesn't go well, you get out of it. You see my stop loss is less than 200 pips. That went on very well right here too. We see that we jump into this trade that the market actually creating um, a lower lows and higher lows right here in the market. I miss it. I miss it. Sorry about that. The market is creating lower lows and higher lows. Yeah, I think that's correct. Anyway, maybe I need some food. And we see that this was the high and this was the low, and we're seeing that happening again. So that's a little bit confirmation. We build upon that and we jump into this trade, and that trade didn't go well to us. Well, we got stopped out a couple of hours later. That doesn't stop us. We continue our trading and wait for a couple of times to see our confirmation was made again, that the market creating a strong demand zone here, and we see that. And when you look back to, you can see that it happened a couple of times. So we just wait for confirmation from the candlestick, and there's a lot of indicators. I have STC at the bottom, and I know a lot of us later that are good stochastic and MACD that can do all these things. And there's UT alert about candlestick giving me red and green candle confirmation, and very pretty cool, and a lot of them down here. But I choose this. But they're all about market structure, price actions, and this is the confirmation right here. And we jump in. That went very well as well. That was a good trade. And when we take a good look at this trade, what happened here, it's actually a supply zone, an old supply zone that the market quickly spiked down there. And when you take this look at it, you can see that it's the same zone. And when you look at it, that is the zone that the market spiked quickly up. And we can say when it spiked into it, it quickly run down anyway. But when we were a little bit smart, we can catch some people there. But uh, it's a very bloody time that you try this kind of a thing. You can really got stopped out quickly. So we were very slow to take a trade. We didn't take any trade at all. We just look at it, and we've seen that the market actually came back to the demand zone again, hit it again, and hit it again. So we build in our case a little bit. So we wait a little while to see that. And a good trade can be taken from here to as well, but you may wait for all this time frame. So all this time will delay a little bit, but it's okay that you take that. You see this thing hitting, turning here and turning here again, and we can see that clearly happening here. And we jump in here, we can see this thing keep on rejecting this zone, and we're not going to buy. We get to buy because it's all about prediction here. So we dive in again, and we jump in, and that went very well. Also, we have successful trade there, and the market now have these a new support level, and the market is now highly going down on that. And here we are now. Right now, you can see what's happening in the market right now. I think I should have taken a trade a little bit earlier than this because the market is running up so quickly that this is okay. If I miss it, I'll wait for a while. I know market will probably come back like the similar situation here, that the market may quickly have a quick run up and come back to the same zone again. I'm talking about here right now. I'm talking about these close rejections. And we will probably see a similar thing there, or the case might be different. And we see we could have jumped into this trade a little bit early, but this candles doesn't encourage that. But you can see what's happening right now. But we may probably wait for a while and see what it is that we can probably take a buy. We believe to be a buy because the market actually descends slowly down here, and that was a good one. But let's wait a little while and see. But we believe in for a buy. And that's what we have for today's update. See you on the next one.